A senior crime intelligence official has dropped a bombshell at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, revealing that a powerful drug cartel, known as the Big Five, has successfully infiltrated South Africa's justice system, politics, and law enforcement. The testimony revealed that the Big Five cartel has also infiltrated political ranks connected to the network.
Just so that we are on the same page, what is your understanding of a cartel as opposed to a dictionary definition of a cartel? When you talk about a cartel, what are you talking about?
A cartel, thank you, commissioners. A cartel is a group of highly sophisticated criminals that will come together in a form of an enterprise, coming with different skills and expertise, including experience, with many syndicates or groupings operating under them. That is our understanding of the cartel.
So when you refer to the Big Five, are you referring to Big Five cartels or Big Five individuals who are part of the cartel?
Big Five individuals that are part of one cartel, as shown in the next, as shown in the same paragraph 57, last part.
So this schematic that you're referring to at the end of paragraph 57 depicts a cartel?
Yes. That's correct, commissioners.
Okay, you can, and I think you want to describe this schematic, so can you take the commissioners through that?
The currently identified cartel, known as Big Five, is having a structure as reflected, with the main commodity being drugs, and then there are other illicit activities that I will touch.
Sorry to interrupt you, but just for the sake of clarity, although the schematic has those skulls depicting three of the players, it's not your intention to say they're deceased, right? I mean, they are still alive and thriving. Just to clarify for the commissioners.
Thank you, commissioners. This is an ongoing project investigation from the identification of the Big Five, the progress made. Those that are mentioned, reflected there in their boxes or positions, they've already been addressed, being a Mr. Katiso Molefe, as well as a Mr. Vusimuzi Matlala, and then the other three are still being addressed.
So the reason for the skulls is because you can't name those individuals at this point.
That is correct, commissioners.
Well, not in public.
That is correct, commissioners.
Thank you. You may continue.
A high-level exposition of a cartel will then start, will continue from paragraph 58 with the characteristic that the cartel will always have a leader who will be leading the organization, of course, with a very firm grip, supported by the core leadership that are also heading their various departments, and also having specific specialization fields in terms of sustaining the operations of the cartel. The syndicate, which are operational units of the cartel, they consist typically of between 10 and 12 members that are recruited based on their more especially their experience in terms of dealing with one of the commodities that the cartel is specializing on.
And what are the commodities? Can you give some examples of those commodities?
The main commodity of the cartel in question is illicit drug trafficking nationally and internationally, which is then coupled with contract killings that are associated then with the drug trafficking processes, and the other commodity is cross-border vehicle hijacking, as well as kidnappings, tender frauding, and also the extortions that are mainly related to drug trafficking. Extortions, they are mainly at the business areas of the cartel.
Thank you.
The-
You at paragraph 60.
Then moving on to the political and social connections. The Big Five has already penetrated the political sphere, and there are documented cases of high-profile connections in the political arena. Senior politicians alleged to be complicit and/or willfully blind to the syndicate operations. On
General, you say it's one of their hallmark features that they've penetrated the political sphere. Is this unique to the Big Five, this penetration into the political spheres?
It is a normal characteristic of a cartel, but then this cartel being under investigation, there are already documented cases that are talking to that.
Thank you. Then in paragraph 61, you deal with the criminal activities. You've already given us a sense of this from your description of commodities. So if you could just summarize paragraph 61.
Thank you, Commissioners. The list under paragraph 61 from point 1 up to point 5, they talk to the areas of specialization for this cartel that I've touched on. The only maybe ones that I can still refer to, it's the fraud and financial crimes, with specific reference there to money laundering, because as we move on, we will see that it's either prior to you being at a particular level of the cartel, you must have some sort of a business person stature, so as then the financial crimes, including money laundering, can then be possible as part of the process of the syndicate.
And you highlight in this list again the use of public procurement and tender systems.
Thank you, Commissioners. It is another commodity that is found within this cartel, as I reflected on the illustration picture, that some of the criminal activities are related to the tender frauding, so as then maybe that tender frauding, it talks to public procurement and tender system, which will then talk to illegal procurement of contracts, targeting then the state funds. So as either the illicit money can then be laundered or also to fund the illegal operations by the cartel.
Thank you. Returning to membership.
Yeah, maybe the last one that I can touch on is the cash in transit or ATM bombings. The syndicates attached to the cartel. This criminal activity is used as a quick cash flow exercise for the cartel in case then there are hiccups with the main criminal activity that the cartel is specializing on.
Thank you. You then deal with the membership, and you describe five characteristics of membership. Can you explain briefly those 5 characteristics to the Commission?
Without maybe getting into finer details, Commissioners, I will then reflect on those 5 membership characteristics in terms of this cartel. With your permission, Commissioners, to start with, so as I can flow, to start with the entry requirement and progression, which is number 2. The individual who meet the criteria, reflecting the experience and loyalty, as well as the utility within the organization. That is considered a lot within the cartel for anyone to be part of the entry-level members. The target there, it's mainly current officials within the criminal justice systems that will be recruited at entry level, because they are coming with the most critical skill within the cartel, which will be the connection between the cartel and the criminal justice system. And then the next one talks to the growth within, which is paragraph 64. The next step of growing is to register a particular company. In most cases, it's private security companies that are the initial businesses for the members of the cartel that have just joined. There are lots of reasons for that, including then access to firearms the correct way or the lawful way. The international reach and dual citizenship is one of the characteristics that are considered if you look at the common commodity or the main criminal activity of the cartel talks to drug trafficking. Then the syndicate members have to have ability to move within the borders of the different countries in order to be of service to the cartel. The value proposition and organizational influence. This characteristic is talking to the headhunting, the headhunting part of the recruitment, because it will depend as to what skills, what capabilities that the cartel is looking for, and then the value that will be brought in by whoever is headhunted or recruited into the syndicate to serve the whole cartel.
And the final characteristic on internal structure.
The internal structure and ongoing roles. Within the cartel, as I have explained, that it's operating nationally. And then membership there is not static. Syndicates maintain a network that includes actively participating or retiring from the cartel, but still rendering services to the cartel, more especially playing the roles of deal brokers, advisors, as well as informants for the cartel. The most important thing in this cartel, they value loyalty, common history, as well as proven capability, more especially to influence the investigations and prosecutions of incidents involving the cartel members.